Hello. We're going to start with a roll down, and we're going to start with our head on the mat, shoulder blades on the mat. We'll do a bridge pose. So when you're ready, curl up and down in the bridge. So we'll get started with 10 bridges. Your feet have equal pressure on the four corners. Your hips are level, and you're waking up the lower back in particular. Now we're going to layer the breath. We're going to breathe in through our nose and breathe out through your nose. We're just going to slow it down for these next three so we can feel the lower spine articulate. Starting off with bridges. Hello, welcome. One more. Now on this last one, and if you need a few more to warm up if you're just joining, do. But on this last one, just hold this bridge where your hips are level. Hold 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now we're going to lower down for a moment and then hug the legs in and just give yourself a little rock. We're just giving a little circulation to the body. Now we're going to leave the left foot down as an option. The right leg's going to come up, and you can lift up and down 10 times. We're going to point the toes that are in the air. And if you need to modify, you just leave both feet down. Otherwise, you're doing a single leg bridge with equal hips. 8, 9. Now the other foot's going to come down, and we're going to switch it up. One leg points, one leg's down. 10, 2, hips are level the best you can. The other knee is long the best you can. Now we're going to take that foot down, and this time when you lift the right leg, pull your toes back. Now we're trying to stretch through the calf. Spread out the toes as you do 10 single leg bridges. Spread out those toes. Ideally, you see the ceiling between your toes. 9. And then that foot comes down. We're going to do 10 on the other. Try to spread out those left toes. See the sky between your toes so your feet are wide. We're waking up some balance muscles, some balance part of your feet, your arches. Now the left foot's going to come down, lower down your whole spine. Take a happy baby this time. This is a great chance to open up your big and your pinky toe away from the other toes. 5, 4, 3, 2. Yeah, nice rocking is wonderful. Good add-on. Now we're going to put the feet back down. Actually, just put the left foot down, lift up the right leg, and we're going to work the ankle because we know that helps with balance. We know it helps with keeping absorption in the ankle and not, so every time you walk, your ankle and your foot are able to absorb. It prevents shuffling. It helps you get uphill, so we're working that ankle. Helps with balance, point and flex. Now the right foot's going to be coming down to the floor. Now the left leg's going to do the leg pulls. You're going to really articulate through that left foot. Point and flex. Work your foot, work your toes. Of course, your hip is still working as you keep your hips level, but we are working that ankle, flex and point. Now inhale, and on that last one, 10 or so, take that foot down, lower yourself down. Now this time, take your hands to the feet and let the knees be wide. I've also got a big toe, pinky toe spread. Hello, welcome, come in. We've been doing some bridges to warm up and doing some single leg variations. So if you need to do bridges as you come in, do that. But if you want, if you can, take them out further, take your feet out further, and then lift up. So we're doing a more obtuse angle bridge. You're gonna feel a little different in your hamstrings. You won't feel as articulative in the low back either, and that is fine. So we're doing bridges. And Polly, what we did was bent knee 90-degree bridges first. Now we're doing a longer leg, but if you feel like you need to warm up with the bent knee, that would probably be a good idea. 5, 4 more, 3 more, 2. Now I want you to try to hold your hips up for 10 with this longer obtuse angle. 10. Now lower down, we're going to do that 2 more times. Lift up, 10. Lower down, and now lift up, hold 10. And then lower down and take your right ankle to left thigh. Now reach your fingers through, clasp the fingers, and then I like to add a rock here. You could also add the movement of your ankle, your toes. So we're doing a lot of the lower body right now. Stretching between movements and keeping it flexible. Now try the other ankle to thigh. Reach your hands through that window. Yes. This is a great place to do toe spread, or you can ankle roll. We've got in our class, each time we try to take care of those feet and ankles, those toes, then we have good balance and less pain. Inhale. And we're going to be doing a leg circle here next, so I'm going to move down a little bit, but your left leg's down, your right leg's up. So you're going to begin circling with your inhale, and you can close the circle with your exhale. Ideally, everything's through your nose. The bigger the circle, the harder, so you can regulate, but you shouldn't be clicking. If you have a continuous click, 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 like a tendon running over a bone, try to decrease that range of motion so you don't have clicking. All right, we're gonna take 10 the other way as well. Notice how your abs help you keep your ribs down, and your abs help you stabilize your rib to pelvis alignment, lumbopelvic stability. Inhale, exhale, 2. Now leave that leg up in the air and just add a few point and flexes again. So we've got this really big point and flex and a few circles, about 3 to 5 each way in the ankle and the other way. So you're just really helping the ankle, the foot. Now we're going to switch everything. We've got the leg that's in the air. It's now down on the floor. Pour it down. The other leg's up. Try 10 circles. Breathe in. Your leg will get more flexible most likely as it warms up. So observe as you're doing these real time and notice you might change the bigness, how big your circle is or how high your leg goes. You're going to be going 10 the other way. Breathe in. And 2, good. 3, ribs are down. 4, everyone looks good, but if you ever had any neck discomfort, you can usually grab a pillow and help that head position to help the neck. The leg that was working, you're going to clasp it if you can with your fingers behind your leg and then point and flex and point and flex. I'm also adding a toe spread. Add that if you can. Ankle rolls, 3 to 5 each way. And 3 to 5 the other way, like a humongous circle. Now we're going to be hugging the legs in just to neutralize everything. And then we're going to put the legs up. Now your hands can frame your hips. Draw a circle with your legs glued this time and then come to vertical. Draw a circle. All right, so your exhales, pull your belly in. Exhale, pull your bellies in. And around. You can gently contract the inner thighs so your legs stick together like there's a ribbon between them. That's going to get your inner thighs involved. We're going to do one more each way. One more each way, counterclockwise, clockwise. And then again, hug your legs. Now I'm going to have us put the hands behind the thighs and pop up for a minute and take a sip. So once you're here, grab it and then stay seated in a way that's comfortable for you. I'll grab a second one. Good job, guys. The arms go open like a letter T, and you're going to add a rotation. And we're going to look over the shoulder. I said we're waking up the muscles. We're waking up the flexibility. Does your body go a little bit further as you're here? And then we're going to open up and exhale. Does your body go a little bit more as you're here? And then you're going to come back up. Nice job. And then let's come with the feet long. You're gonna take an inhale and you're gonna try to take about 10 counts down, but if you need to get down sooner, go for it. 2, 3, good. 4, there you go. You can do bridges if you wanna wait for us. 5, we're at 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Really good. So take a full body stretch. We're going to roll onto one side. I'm going to face you, so my side's going to be right so that I can see you. You can do that as well. Let your arm be a pillow. Go up. Keep going. I got to adjust this mic or it'll dig in my hip. Okay. Up with your, if you're not sure, you can always put your hands in this oblique area near your rib pelvis, and that should tell you, you can feel, hey, I should be working here. I'm gluing my legs together. Hip and inner thigh are also working. Neck should not feel strained though. So in fact, I made myself relax my neck more. All right, 5 more, 4 more, 3 more. Working the core in different planes. 2, now stay up. Now take the bottom leg and keep it off the floor. Now I'm gonna try to make myself go a little higher. And if you can, add a point and a flex. Good, just do the best you can. If you need to grab a pillow for your hip, do. 8, and feel this the whole time, the core. Now we're gonna keep our leg up, the top leg that is. Now try to go up and down, and if you can, let's do point, flex, point, flex, point, flex. 5 more, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we did a little bit more on the inner thigh because it doesn't have to travel as much, it can take it. So your modification would be to rest and, you know, get your energy up and then do it again. Now I've got a hand here because of that proprioceptive cue, and then I'm gonna invite this part of my body to contract better. I'm focused on it. When the mind focuses on a muscle, it knows and it contracts better. So hip, inner thigh, I can feel that contraction. And here's my obliques. Now my neck is soft. Breath in the nose and out through the nose. A little bit of balance going on too. 5, 4, 3, good. Ankles are neutral. 2, okay, now try to stay up. Set your bottom leg. And I made myself go up a little bit higher. Now I am gonna point and then I'm gonna flex down. We can do it with both feet. The bottom leg's off the floor in case you can't tell. I know my pants are a similar color to the mat, but my bottom leg is off the floor if you can. Now I'm gonna have this top leg up and just leave it there. Now I'm gonna try to lift up the bottom leg. I'm gonna point and then I'm gonna flex. I'm gonna point and then I'm gonna flex. I've got my hand here. It's a lot going on, neuroplasty. Working a puzzle. 7, 7, neck soft. 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10. Hot dog, grab a sip. Good. Now we're changing planes, but I'm just gonna grab a little one here. We are gonna be belly down. Now the swans are thoracic extension. So we're gonna do hands or forearms. So here's forearms. Now the inhale can lift you higher and you could do hands. So hold, 10, 5, 6, look at that good posture, 7. All right, now that's what I was gonna say, Betty. You either want to chin tuck or walk your hands in, and you walked your hands in. So that looked good. It all looked aligned. Come down. Now, you may say, all right, I'm warmed up. I'm gonna come in a little closer with my hands towards my body and just see if you can. Now, you're gonna stay for 10, but your hands, yes, like you may be higher now. Good, 3, 4, 5, 6, big inhale, 7, 8, 9, drop the shoulders a little and go, yeah, and then come down. We're gonna do it again. If you need to adjust, do. Get ready, inhale, lift. Use your forearms or your hands to stay high. 10, 2, 3. Upper back, get your breath. 5, 6, 7, 8. Scapula or down the back. 9, 10. lower. Now, the hands are going to be a pillow. Lengthen one leg and up, and then lengthen the other. Hip extension, single leg hip extension, alternating, hips level. Relax your neck and try to get that leg high, but without wobbling in the hips. 10 more of those. All right, now if you're adding on, your arms could be a swim. Right arm, left leg, alternate. Left arm, right leg. Right arm, left leg. Left arm, right leg. Good. Reach long in the legs. Now if you're adding on from here, walk it. 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Recover, and we're going to do a child's pose or a down dog. So choose your recovery pose. 5, 4, oh, that feels good on the calves. 3, 2, and 1. Now the shins are down and you're going to do a cat-cow. Flexion, extension, flexion, extension, flexion, extension. So see how that feels on your back? Add hip circles. Now this one feels wonderful to me. Just kind of notice what it feels like for you. You want to have tools in your toolbox in case your back's tight. You know what works for you. And they may all work, so just sort of notice. All right. And then if you would like, you're going to lift up your knees, curl your toes under, and hover the knees a couple of inches, and then do a cat-cow. Breathe in and out. Exhale when you flex. Inhale when you lift your sternum. 3 more. 2. Now for a moment, child pose, I'm going to add bend the elbows and pat yourself on the back, so it's triceps. And then you can decide cat-cow, knees off, or down dog, up dog articulation. So the goal is that you wake up your spine. Lift your heels, lower back, middle back, upper back, up dog. Breathe in. Now exhale, tuck the chin. Upper back, middle back, lower back, and heels drop. Lift your heels, lower back, middle back, upper back. Inhale. Yep, and then exhale, tuck. And heels press. 3 more. Good. We are building some strength in our wrist as well, our bone density as well. 2 more. And uno más. 1 more. All right, guys, take a moment to have a seat any way you want. Grab a sip. We're going to do a little stretch for 2 things. The wrist, so one hand comes forward and you pull the fingers the opposite way that down dog was. Either way is fine, really. I'm all about helping the hands and the forearms. And then take your other hand down and pull. All right, this is a stretch for the posture, the shoulders, and the breathing. So I'm going to show it with my hand across, but if you need to do it a different way, you can. Yeah, you can, that's right, change your seat anyway. Now I'm going to rotate down, more QL, more rear delt. Rotate up. Now the hand that's in the air comes either to the knee, or if you prefer it with your, to the same side, that's okay. Stretch and breathe. Nice, lengthen your elbow. Add a rotation down. Add a rotation up. I'm going to sneak in 1 more of these stretches for your back. I'm going to stretch my legs out just because it counterposes the arms so much. So they're long and behind you, but then soften the elbows. Put a homemade marshmallow in there. Lift your heart with marshmallow root, not the corn syrup kind. So the elbows are soft, your heart's lifted. 5. Now your breath helps on this stretch. 4, 3, 2, and then 1. Nice job, guys. Grab a sip. We're going to add on. And go to your shins. So I'm going to grab, just for demo purposes, I'm going to grab something that you can put under your knees. So one example could be extra matting, or I've got this little towel that came with this mat. So if you want it, it's there. Now you dip. That way joint discomfort or like pressure, you know, my floor's hard under this, doesn't hurt you. You want to be able to concentrate on your abs, your breathing. You have enough on your plate. You don't want to be mitigating pain. So you're comfortable in your bones, so you're focused on what you want to be focused. 6, 7, I'm dipping down as low as I can comfortably come back up. 8, and if it's too hard, you just do this, or if you have a shoulder injury, or if it's too easy, you can do arms up. Now 1 more. All right, good. I like it how you're changing your lever. Now we're going to add rotation, so do the same dip, but then you want to turn. Notice I'm trying to frame my ears no matter where I am if you're doing this arm variation. So you're not throwing your arms, they don't lead the way. Good. Or a field goal post, that's a good one. 5, I'm keeping the distance the same from ear to bicep on each side. 7, 8, 9. All right, now I'm going to change it up a little bit. Put those shins underneath you. We'll just do the exercises first. We'll come back. We'll get some stretching in a moment. So could be here, could be here. Dip. Dip. It's an exhale generally on the coming up. So you have that belly pulling in. We are changing the planes that we work our body, our core, everything. So now add a rotation. So you're still the normal here, but then you turn. You're still facing me here, but then you turn. Good. 3, 4, and 5. You want to feel your abs more than your back. 6, 7. Feel it pull in. 8, the abs that is. And 9, 10. Now take a moment. I'm going to turn to my side. Listen to your body. I'm going to show a couple variations. I'm going to hinge. Now actually, if you put your hands on your thighs, you should feel this contracts. I'm not huge here. I'm not making big motions. So it's a ear, shoulder, rib, hip all in a line. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. I'm just all in one line. Good. If you go back further, it's harder. You just, like, I don't feel my knees at all hurting at all. You just need to make sure your body doesn't hurt. When you go back, good. And forth. Back, this is called thigh stretch, but it's also working eccentrically. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, great. Now, toes under child's pose. And then toes flat, child's pose. And then we're going to take a side plank. At first, just hold for 10. And I'll come back to this in a moment. I like to spread out the hands on this. Breathe in. Now you're going to be doing the other side. I'm going to face you, that a girl, and then side plank. So if you need to modify for your shoulder or anything, you can put a knee down or put a hip down. Good. I'm going to be adding on. Head back. 4. There you go. 3, 2. All right, we're going to go to the first side. It's up to you, but if you would like to add a Mudrasana, I'm going to show you 2 ways. So you're up, and then your foot's back. That's a way. Or hand, and that's a way. That a girl. Breathe in. Exhale, lower. Now the other side, it could be a forearm, it could be your hand. and, or it could be double leg lift, good. 10, good. 2, love it. 3, and push. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Really good. Nice. Go back to your side plank. Either way, I'm going to do a tree, so it could be here, or like you did before, Polly, you could do a double leg lift. 10. 2, good. 3, 4. Yeah, that's the way to do it. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then lower your hip. We're going to do the other side. You're doing great. Side plank, tree possibility. I like to set up my foot first. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, one more on the side plank or double leg lift here. And possibly lift your top leg in a star 5 times. 1, 2, you could also do this, yeah, 3, there you go. 4, 5. So a modification for the shoulder would be doing it lying down, double leg lift like we did earlier. Good job. 5 of these, or side plank, or whatever you need to do to make it work for you. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, grab a sip, and then we're going to throw in a couple stretches for those side muscles that we just worked. So for side stretch shin, you're welcome. So you remember how we had our foot out earlier? We're going to take this up and over. So I've got one shin down, and I'm reaching down the long leg. I'm adding a rotation, and I'm adding a rotation. Yeah, I like to wiggle the fingers. The nerves like it too, if you ever have arms that fall asleep or anything like that. So helping the nerves. Now go back. You could do a knuckle under, you could do a hand under. 10, 2, good. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now I'm going to move the leg in line so I can more easier come up, and we're going to switch it. So other, hand down, over, breathe, add your rotations if you want, or your wiggles, or your wrist movements. Oh, there you are. I see you. And then up and over. Good. All right, and then, so what we're doing is getting both sides of our lateral stretch, and in any kind of, you know, little rotations or external rotations you need. 5. Breathe in. And then you are, I'm going to move my leg first, and then that way it counterposes me. Nice job. So grab a sit. We're going to do a little bit of arm strengthening, and I'll tell you the options. You could do push-ups on the wall standing up. As the further you get, the harder it is, the closer you are. So integrated abdominals. You could do them on the floor all fours, or you can do them on your knees or your toes. So we're going to do 2 sets of 10. So I'll offer a stretch between. Just know that's what's coming. And if you're on your knees, sometimes it helps to have a pad down. So you choose, how do you do them? You can mix it up during. Try to do something good for you, whatever you do. You know, even if you need to modify, you do something that's good for you. Calf raises, plank, whatever you need. Bridges, 8. But a little bit of wrist stimulus for bone density is good. Now we're going to take a breather, and I'm going to do an interlaced finger position as the stretch. So it's like an opposite shoulder chest openers. Yes, I'm just lifting my arms. Now notice you work your abs when you do a good push-up and tricep. We're going to do it again, 10 reps. Change it up if you need to, but just shoot for 10 somethings. 1, 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, I'm going to offer a reverse prayer, but if that's not for you, you could do prayer pose in front. Here's reverse prayer. Open your shoulders. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, I'm going to actually grab a sip if you want. If you're seated, Polly will meet you. We're going to stand up without using our hands. So if you're on the ground, we're going to stand up without using our hands. You can choose however you want. And then once you're up, get your blood pressure. Heel heavy, squat. So I'm going to relax the neck, heel heavy squat. Now I want you to just notice, do I feel like 50% of my weight's in one leg and 50%'s in the other? So you'll have to just feel that. Now lift your heart a little bit, Betty, but keep your booty in the same place. Yeah, there you go. All right, notice them. Notice the heels should feel heavier. Okay, when you stand up, there may be a moment where you have to get your blood pressure. Now do 5 of those. 5, 4, 3. Now if you can go all the way down, go for it. You listen to your body. 2, 1. Okay, so that was static and we did, that was dynamic and we did balance. Now one-legged. So I'm going to do static first. So sit. You're probably going to be higher and a foot comes up and you can just put it somewhere like ankle to thigh. All right, 10. Your goal is to keep that knee stable. Build strength in one leg. Breathe in. Stand back up, and I like to take a little breath because I have that blood pressure adjustment. All right, when you're ready, have a seat. Now you know you're going to change legs, so your whole body weight shifts. And yeah, ankle to thigh. I might soften the neck. 10. Now slowly come back up, take a breath. Okay, you know from that, you may need to do that one again. Take a breath, or do dynamic. I'm going to touch my fingers to the wall. I'm actually going to turn sideways. So you can do what we just did, or you could do a baby squat where you're doing 5 reps, or you could go down all the way. Now, if you go down all the way, knee touching the floor, you do have to tilt forward. You know, I'm always saying, hey, leave your chest up. You will have to tilt forward. 2, 3, 4, try 8, good. 5, and if you need to, you can touch something if you're going down low. 6, and let your booty drop more right there. 7, and inhale. 8. Now, you're going to do the other side. So if you were touching something, it's okay to move. I want you to feel like you're not going to fall. You could do baby ones. One leg may feel different. This is where you discover it. Now stand all the way up between. Go all the way up. Good, Betty. Stand all the way up. So you're telling your body, hip extension. If you ever have seen someone walking and their hips are like bent and they're kind of always forward, you're telling your body the opposite. Yeah. Open your hips. Their hip flexors are tight, right? 6, 7. Yeah, stand all the way up like your back's against a wall. 8. And then notice how you feel. Everybody good? Woo! Okay, I know. Now, did you tell one leg different than the other? My left leg at the lower part tends to be weaker, but it's getting stronger, so I hope yours is too. Calf raise. Now, calf raises. Sometimes I'll say the singular of something, but I mean the plural. So if it's the first one like this, plural, calves. I'll go through the cues. All of the toes have equal weight. Notice my ankles, they're not kicking out. We want to keep them strong. So I'm training at a slow pace. What's the form? All right, my knees are long, hips are level, ab tone, I'm not pushing out. And some people do this thing where when they do calf raises, they do a knee bend. You want to keep the knees long. You want to grow taller. So make sure your knees are long. Yes. Yeah, there's a moment of balance. That's your safe move. If you care to add on the plyo, the elastic, the thing that keeps us springy so when we get out of a chair, we're going to go, oh, or bend over, ah. Okay, so it's kind of like you're a bouncing ball. You're a bouncing ball as opposed to a brick. If you want more, 6 jumps. Now we've been working on these, so you go as high as you can. 1, 2, you're a ball, a bouncing ball. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, now come back, and I'm just gonna move in place to keep my blood flow while I talk. So your heart rate's up. The next one is either calf raises, jump rope, or when you jump up, you starfish and land neutral, you starfish and land neutral. So it's gonna be 6 of those. Yeah, or jump rope, that a girl. So 1, 2, you're springy like a ball. 3, not like a brick. Yeah, 4, good, springy. 5, 6, nice job. Okay, walk it out. Now, you're getting your heart rate, good job. The next one is one or single calves. So I'm gonna demonstrate our warm-up moves with a 10. So I've got only one foot doing this. I got the other one wrapped. Long knee. Make sure you're not thrusting your knee forward and cheating by leaking out of a joint. Now, notice the form, all toes have equal weight. You're gonna take 10 on the other. Now, even though we work on it, you may notice one ankle has a tendency to kind of do different things or just doesn't feel as coordinated. We're trying to help that. 7, 8, yeah, everybody's growing taller, which means you're not leaking out your knee. 10, okay, that's the move. You could go back to jump rope, or you can do 10 rights, jumps down, 10 right jumps down, 10 left, 10 left. Or you could just stay still and kind of do it like this if you need. So a little careful travel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I gotta watch my space, right foot again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Springy is your goal. Springy is your goal. Now left, springy left, or you're jump roping or calf raising. Now it may not feel as coordinated, but you're trying to land springy. Left, springy. Nice job. Now I'm going to just show a backup move. Out, out, in. Now you can go as low as you want. Out, out, in. That's your backup move, and it's a great move because what is it, a squat? Or you could do a double, out, narrow, and then I get to the end of the mat, got to turn around. And then 2 more travels. Nice, Polly. And then go out again. Last one, guys, it's kind of like hopscotch. Double wide, single in the middle. Double wide, the other one single in the middle. So your backup move is this, as low as you want, or hopscotch. So out right, out left, out right, out left, out right. Now I got to turn around. Double, single, double, single, double, single, double, single, double, single. This is for the brain as well. 2 more travels, double, single, double, single, double, single. 1 more, double, single, double, single, double, single, double, single. Ta-da, nice. Now, just walk it out a little bit, and let me tell you about the next move. These are all elastic. Now we're doing a little more balance. So when you feel like you're feeling pretty good, you're homeostatic, left foot down, lift and spread your toes first, sorry, lift and spread, left foot down, right foot up, tree. One-legged balance is a great test to do to yourself. As I fall over, arms up for preventing falls. Now this is a high level, you can be shoulder blades down the back. Dynamic, while you're still here, take a shoulder stretch just for 10. We're gonna do a few different things. Keep it interesting. Now, possibly keep your leg up, hands together, possibly turn away from the knee in the air, that's okay. Heart rate's a little different right now, isn't it, after the jumping? 10. Now face forward, lower. Fabulous. So now you know what's coming. Lift and spread your toes. Foot up. And first of all, arms up. Hi, doggies. Arms up. Hi. And then keep going. Hi, rescue doggy. And do a little cow face. Hi, girls. Showing the importance of stretch after getting up from sleeping. Now the next one we do is hands together. Then if you can, see how my knee's up on the left? I'm gonna turn my body right, so opposite the way your knee is. 10. Breathe in. Turn to me. Lower that foot down. So that was functional as well. Now a little dynamic, just 5 circles each way. So you can regulate, you can self-select your size. 5 the other way. So we're doing dynamic with the legs. Shift. Let's do a lift and spread your toes. That's a really easy one to do during the day too, by the way, if you are not wearing your shoes, let's say after a shower or something, or before you get dressed. 5 the other way. Good, I'm showing different ways. Nice. Got it. Now that felt pretty good, didn't it? This is a vestibular challenge, kind of like the tree turning. This is warrior 3, lift and spread your toes. When you change where your head normally is, your vestibular system has to figure it out. So you could go towards parallel to the floor. 10, 2, 3, hips are level. 4, to the floor. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now slowly come up, lift and spread your toes. Here's your breathing, other side. Try to lift up your leg as your torso matches. And we're gonna hold for 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Inhale. Now exhale, come back up. How'd all that feel? Woo! Grab a sip. We're going to do one more standing stretch called quad stretch for your hip flexor and your quad. And when we were doing those stand-up squats, it reminded me how some people are sort of hinged all the time. You'll see them now that I've said it. That's what's tight. So what we're doing is practicing upright. I like this, good Polly. And then you're holding onto your foot. Nice job. Now if you want to take your hand off, it's more of a challenge, but if you need to lie down for your shoulder, great. Down dog it is. Okay, get ready. Now, Betty, once you're ready, we're going to add on, if you would like, a little push. So it's dancer and yoga. 10. We're going to take an inhale. And we're going to slowly come down. Take a full breath. Other side. That a girl. Up. All right, shoulder safe, rib down, knees are in line with each other, thighs are in line. Everything looks good. Everyone's upper traps look good. Your shoulders are down the back, good. Could you add on a push and just listen to your body as you're down there? Yeah, 10, 4, 3, and you're going to slowly come back, and I'm going to offer a few stand-up sit-downs. Do your best. Okay. If you can, sit down and just go to where you can. But if you can, go all the way down and even add a hand stretch. Next off, usually the feet wider helps. Good. All right. You could also do happy baby if you need to. All right, get ready. I'm going to have a stand up with no hands helping. Good. All right, now 1 foot forward. I'm going to say right, left foot back. Slowly lower down. Foot comes underneath. Have a seat. Right foot forward, push with your left, stand, left foot forward, right foot back, lower down, right shin swings around, fanny down, you're totally seated, knees relaxed to the floor, left foot forward, try not to use the hands, push up, stand, possibly add right ankle in front of left. Now you should be warmed up when you do this one, and we are, but just make sure. You can always sit on a yoga block if you need some assistance, and then cross, left ankle in front, the way that's not as familiar to me. Down and up. And you remember you can do anything you need. Now this one's shin, so I'm turning to the side. You sit. Now I've got my feet together. Lower, shins forward, feet flat. And if you want, put your knuckles behind you and open up. This is a fun one to add Ustrasana to. Inhale, exhale, then you go forward. Watch me pull my toes under. Now, yeah, you could, nice, good. Michelle, what I like is the floor is only an inch away. So then you, you can fall and it's like, it's okay. And then you come down, come forward. I'm gonna add Ustrasana. Listen to your body. Up. This is the one where you could flip, but you don't have to, of course. Just know that it can be done. Okay, guys, whew, we got some stretching to do. Grab a sip. If you like props with your hamstring, before you get comfortable, grab your props. I'm going to start cueing that better. So before you get down, maybe, it's up to you, but maybe you like a Pilates ring and a foam roller or a block. Maybe you like a Dynatube. It doesn't really matter. I want you to just enjoy a letting go in the hamstring. So at this moment, I have my right hamstring up. And then I've got the left hip flexor letting go. So I've got two for, and even if you don't have a foam roller or a yoga block, it's still a releasing stretch. The leg that's in the air can cross the midline. Feel that outer hamstring. Isn't that so nice? And then you're going out to the side a little. Notice how it feels on your hip flexor. All right, this is going to be the other side. Enjoy. Cross the midline. You might go out to the side. Now we are going to let this go and we're going to just get rid of it for a moment, and we're going to take a rotation. Now you can take a knee down twist or you can take an eagle twist. When you wrap your right foot, you can hook it around your left ankle and then your hips fall over, roll over. Your right arm can be out and relax. Shoulders, relax your pecs, your chest, relax your back. Feel your low back. It's like you're trying to get your hip far away from your rib, but you're relaxing as you do it. Now we're going to be doing the other side. So when you realign your spine, you could put your left thigh over once, or if you are able to hook your toes, that's a second wrap, but just do what you can. Left arm out. And then you're going to come back to neutral, and if you want to put your feet on the wall with a prop underneath it, you can. If you want to lie in Shavasana, you can. We're going to take a little bit of a recharge here. So you might even imagine you're plugging yourself into an outlet and you're recharging your cells. So when you breathe in, it's like you're giving electricity or energy to your feet. You're giving attention to your calves with your breathing. Give good energy to your knees, to your thighs. You're blessing them to the highest good. You're intending optimal wellness to these areas in your body. You're appreciating them and focusing on them. You're giving attention to your hips and your low back. Each of the body parts might tell you what it needs today. You're giving appreciation and wellness to your organs, to your diaphragm, your breathing muscles. You're giving attention and appreciation and wellness to your heart, your arms, your hands, your voice, the mind, all the senses, the eyes, the ears, the taste, the smell, the feel. And just send one more humongous breath to all of your cells of wellness, appreciation, and an intention of wellness for the rest of the day. And then we're going to slide out of there, and you'll come up to a seated, real gently, drop an ear towards the shoulder without disturbing your shoulder or your torso. So it's just a neck stretch, but your other arm could reach down. Your other hand could help out. Just a gentle neck stretch. It does so much for us. It's a really thin lever, and there's a big weight at the end of it, like 8 to 12 pounds. So we're giving it attention. Go up and over. Gentle stretch. That's a girl. The arm can reach down, or the hand can help, or both. And you got it, Betty. If you go diagonal, same side, you'll get that upper levator scapula upper trap. And if you go to that opposite diagonal side, sort of like you're smelling, like right where my mic is, I'm trying to send my nose towards that mic, that receptor. I'm going to have us come up and go right down the middle. Now the add-on could be hands and then elbows. And then you come up and you just look left. You might help. And you look right. Jawline parallel to the floor. And then let that go, and we'll just do a little delta brain. This is for the brain. This is an activity you can do to create delta brain waves, which is a calming state in the mind. You just do a little hand over hand, notice and breathe. And then we'll just put our hands together, because you notice how calm that is anyway when you put your hands together. It's a universal symbol of peace. So just take a moment to feel that peace, that well-being, that sense of appreciation.